friends. Can you believe it's Monday again? And time for Make It Monday with Mary. I'm so glad you're here because I've got a new sketch for you. This is Cardz TV Sketch number 68. There are 68 sketches now, guys. They are all free to download. And you can go over to my blog, cardzdtv.blogspot.com, and download any or all of them. Like I said, they're all free to download. And we're going to make some cards with our new sketch today. So I'm going to grab some paper. This is going to be made with scraps. You can see this is a good one for scraps. So I'm going to grab some scraps and a card base and some stamps. And we're going to put some cards together using our new sketch. Now we take a look at the sketch and we see we've got a card base which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Mine is white. And then we have a patterned mat. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a darker beige on top of a beige. This is 4 by 5 1/4. But I wanted to have it separated from the white card. So this is an optional mat that I cut out of some craft paper. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I'm going to back my pattern paper with that and get this attached to the front of my card, just like that. And y'all have been asking me again where I get my glue. This is Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. And I get this from Amazon because I don't have to pay any shipping. I get it faster and I get it without paying shipping. So you can check it out over on Amazon, or I'm sure you could get it directly from the Barely Art Company. So I'm going to go ahead and get this attached to my card base. Okay, now we look back at the sketch, and we have 3 mats that are 1 1/4 by 3 1/2. And y'all are probably going to recognize these scraps from some cards I just did. But like I always tell you, use what you have and use up those scraps. So here's my first one. That's 1 1/4 by 3 1/2. Then I've got this one that's kind of a green. That's going in the center. And I know y'all recognize this one. This was from Wayne's Wednesday Mystery Card Challenge. I believe this one was too. In fact, I think all 3 were. I had some little pieces left that worked perfectly on this card. Now, to make sure I get these lined up evenly, I'm going to put my top one down and my bottom one, and that will help me line up the one in the center. So we'll go ahead and get these put down. I'm loving all these colors. They're very kind of serene. Whoops. And I think they look great for a fall card. We'll get this top one first. And I'm going to put my sketch over here close to help me line these up. And I want to make sure I line it up just right on either side, as well as the top. That looks just about right. Now we'll do the bottom one. This is a very, very quick card. And like I said, you can use up all those pesky little scraps that are floating around everywhere. That's about right. Now that's going to help me line up this one in the center. I bet y'all recognize that too. Go through your scraps, guys, and see if you've got any this size that you can use. and make a bunch of these. And you don't have to put a focal point on them or a sentiment right now. Just go ahead and get the card bases made up. And then when you need a card, pull this out, put on a focal point and a sentiment, and you're done. Okay, I like the way that looks. Now we go back to our sketch. We have two mats. One is 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. The other is 2 5/8 by 3 3/8. And for that, I cut another piece of craft for the larger, and another piece of that pretty pattern, and I stamped it Hello Pumpkin. I thought that was so cute. I'm going to get these adhered together, and they're going to go right there in the center. Now, I wanted to pop this up, but I still don't have any foam tape. So I took some scraps and I put 5 pieces together and made my own version of foam tape. And we're going to put these on the back, just like that. See, this totally is a card made of scraps, guys. And this is going to pop it up nicely and give it some stability, because that foam tape is squishy and it can give, like going through the mail. But this will give you some stability. And I don't think it's going to add a lot of weight to your envelope. Okay, now we'll put some glue on here and get this attached. In fact, I don't think this will pop it up as much as some foam tape. Now we want to get this centered. I just love these papers together. That is so pretty. Now I've got a pumpkin that I colored. This was from one of my own stamp sets from many years ago. I punched out some squares of scrap to pop it up. And we're going to put this on our card. Better grab my tweezers. And I want to put that right about there. I want to get that centered. And I've got 2 tiny little leaves. I used one of my EK Success punches. And we're going to put these little leaves right here behind our pumpkin. I think that's so cute. Look how quick and easy this card is, guys. It came together in no time. And like I said, it's practically all scraps. Even this, I use Spectrum Noir cardstock for coloring. It's made especially for coloring, but this was also a scrap. Okay, guys, I love that. That turned out so cute. Now, if you want to, you can put some gems or some Dazzles on here to give it a little shine. And I may do that. If I do, I'll show it to you when we come back and look at all of our cards for today. But I really, really love this. It's simple, it was easy, and I used a bunch of my scraps. And I could sit down and make lots of these in just a little while. Okay, guys, that was our first card. Let's make another one. Now, our second card is going to use that same sketch, our new sketch number 68, and I've also used some scraps for it. I've got another one of those optional mats. This is some craft, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And according to the sketch, This is 4 by 5 1/4, and it looks like barnwood, and it's got snowflakes all over it. I really love that. So pretty. So we'll go ahead and get that attached to our card. Now, here are some scraps that I think are left from a few Christmas cards I made recently. I can't really remember. And we're going to put these right there on the front, and they've got the same dimensions. All three are 1 1/4 inches by 3 1/2, and I'm going to put my top and my bottom one down, just like on my other card, so I can line up that center one. So we'll go ahead and get these done. Now for this card, I found this cute little cut apart in a paper pad. I've had this for a while, and we're going to back that with another piece of this craft. Now I did trim this down, so the measurements that are on the sketch are not the same as for the cut apart. And if you make your cards with cut aparts, you'll have to trim them down and just figure your backing mat to fit. So let me tell you what these are. This is 2 5/8 by almost 3 5/8. Wait a minute. Yeah. And the craft mat is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So we're going to get this attached, and we most definitely are going to be using some Dazzles on this little snowflake card. Thank goodness that didn't turn over and get glue on the front, right? I'm a butterfingers today. Let's go ahead and get that on straight. And I've cut some more scraps to go on the back and glued them together, just to lift it up off the card a little bit. So we'll go ahead and get those added. I think I did 5 little pieces for each one, so I know it's the same height. But what a great way to get rid of all those piles and piles of white scraps we have, or at least I do, because every time I make a card, I always have lots of white scraps. Now that's going to be really pretty. Let's go ahead and get that put down, and then I'll decide what color Dazzles do we want. Red, green, or gold? Well, y'all, I held both Dazzles up and the red one. So we're going to put a red Dazzle right here in the center of our snowflake. I think that is so pretty with that red one. It adds just a little bit more color. The gold was pretty too, but I wanted it to have a little more color. So there is another card made with sketch number 68, our brand new sketch. And wasn't that one quick and easy? Here are the 2 cards we made today using the brand new Cardz TV Sketch number 68. You can go on over to my blog, cardstv.blogspot.com. You can download one, two, any or all of them, guys. They're all free to download. And then if you get stumped for an idea for a card, they might just help you out. They help me out all the time. So I hope you like these, guys. I really had fun making these. They are quick and easy and great scrap buster cards, that's for sure. I used lots of scraps on these cards. So get your sketch, guys, and give them a try. I think you'll enjoy making some too. Thank you all so very much for coming by today and always being so kind and supportive. You don't know what that means to me. Y'all are the best. Remember, I love you all. God bless you all, and I will see you again soon with another card. In fact, I'll see you Wednesday for Wayne's Mystery Card Challenge. So I'll see you back here then. Bye now.